Hello everybody, welcome back to another video of Heroes of the Storm. Today we are continuing in our How to Tank series, and we've landed upon Blaze. If we go ahead and pull up the tier list here, you see I have Blaze in the hybrid category, and that's because he is excellent with both offensive dive comps and defensive peel comps. He's fantastic with both of these. Blaze, in my opinion, is one of the strongest tanks in the game because he just has so much good things going for him. As I mentioned earlier, his E is the big ability which shuts down enemies or enables allies. His WQ combo gives him great wave clear, sustain, and his W gives him great peels. And he's so good at negating burst damage received by himself with either Bunker or Pyromania. Pyromania is a super strong ability, and it's what I typically build into whenever I play Blaze. You want to be picking Blaze into team comps that either have really anything. There's nothing that you don't want to, but he does really good against ranged auto attackers or auto attackers in general, but he also can do very good against mages due to his level 7 talent tier, which I will go ahead and talk about very quick here. You can either pick up nanomachine coating, which is a 40% attack speed slow for 3 seconds for enemies inside of your W, which is incredibly strong and annoying, or suppressive fire, which is up to a 50% spell reduction for 4 seconds against heroes hit by your Q. You can draft into whatever comp. You can just first pick Blaze and then draft your talents accordingly to win the game. He's super fun, super easy to play, and we'll jump into it and show you how it's done. Alright, so we find ourselves on the Hanamura Temple today. Blaze is also one of the few tanks that can be drafted as the solo laner if you need him to. So if you are queuing up for quick match and it just so happens that you are a double tank composition, Blaze, due to his excellent wave clear with his cleaving auto attacks, can 100% become the solo laner because of his great sustain and wave clear. So the build that I typically like to go is focused all around my trait, like I mentioned, and I'll get into that at the end of the game. I'll talk about the build. So what we want to be looking at as Blaze is, am I going to have to play as that offensive tank that has the engage, or the peeling tank that has the disengage for my team? And against a heavy melee comp, it looks like I'll probably be the peel type, so I'm going to be waiting for Diablo and reacting to his gameplay, specifically reacting to whenever he queues in. But if he never queues in, I would be totally cool to land my E on the enemy team. That works too. So here in the early game, as we should always as a tank, we're going to be looking to get as many globes as we can for my team. So there we go. Diablo went in, and we press our buttons to stop his engage and enable my team to get done whatever they need to get done. No need to fight the team because as Blaze early in the game, we are pretty low on damage. So if we don't have our team with us, there's no need for us to be fighting. Right here, I'm going to go ahead and follow up. So that's the engage aspect, because we have the peels, there's the engage. We peeled Diablo in the first fight. Second fight, we were able to follow up on our allies with a massive it's actually a second and 1 second and 1/4 second of stunnage, which is really a absurd amount of stun time in an AoE. As the tank, if you don't know, on all camps, a camp will attack the hero closest to it. So as the tank, you want to be the one typically closest to the camp, so you're tanking the damage. Now Diablo is here. We had just seen him. If he wasn't, we would have totally started an engage there. But there's not a whole lot for me to fight over besides the globe right now, so we're going to use that excellent wave clear that we have to try to burst the wave down to help out our ally up here and pick up the globe as well. We do have the objective pushing, so I might look for some stuns here, but a nice root by the Anduin's going to slow me down with that. We're actually not going to start the burn on our on some of our oil, because our oil is an excellent slowing ability. You see how slow that Diablo was? Made it very difficult for him to get much of anything done. Try to land a stun to combo with the oh no, combo with the samurai, but it didn't quite work out. That's alright though. Our Kira was thankfully able to live, and we're doing just fine. Our globe game is decent. I'm gonna go ahead and base just to get full everything for this next fight. Diablo's not gonna let me. What a bum. You might have overextended though, so I can now engage and start to mess them up. I have excellent healing as long as I'm standing inside of my pool. So we're going to do that. We're going to make sure that we're lighting this ablaze to keep ourselves healthy. And at this rate, Diablo should be dead. With a nice big stun on him. Hopefully that's enough damage with the help of the Kira. It is. I'll take this globe because I need the globe for my quest. And now I have to base because I'm low on all of my resources. But during this time, during this first couple minutes of the game, you want to be judging. Is the enemy team doing more spell damage or more auto attack damage? And off of that, you're going to pick your level 7 talent. So we're going to go ahead and look. What kind of build is this Diablo? Looks like it is probably going to be an auto attack build. So we're going to want to be picking nano machine coating at level 7, which I talked about earlier. Hopefully I can come in here and land a stun on this enemy team. I probably should have not lit that oil spill on fire because that reduces the slow. I think it does it take it away completely or just reduce it? I think it just takes it away completely. So enemies are no longer slowed inside of your oil whenever it's lit. But you heal and then there's damage, so good things still come of it. Once again, staying here for the globe. That's all I truly want. Gonna try to slow down this enemy team's engage here on the Kira, who is unfortunately in a tricky spot. We're going to put some oil down to try to slow these enemies. Hopefully it'll be enough. Get in front of her to tank the damage, because as the tank we have a high HP pool. We can do that, and it does look like she will barely get away with the help of the friendly team. So yeah, we mentioned we want nano machine coating here. I think that that's a fine pickup. This will really slow down these enemies, especially these heavy auto attack enemies. Gonna go ahead and stun them just to make sure we don't lose any more than we have to, and use our excellent wave clear to clear the lanes.
On my way.
I'll go ahead to this camp as well to help the friendly team take it, because as the tank we're big and tanky, so we can take a lot of damage for them. And as Blaze specifically, we can heal up all we want. In general, Blaze doesn't have a mana problem. You can see I've been in the fight only having to back once 5 minutes in. But the issue Blaze has more often, there we go, land that so Kira can follow up. The issue that Blaze has more often is he's just surviving so long that he runs out of mana. So not that he has a mana issue, but just I've been in the fight for 7 minutes and my mana's low. Most tanks would not be able to clear this camp like I just did. This was an incredibly fast camp clear for a tank, and for a nice job by the friendly team. This Kira is owning them. But our wave clear is also excellent for a tank. Blaze, like I mentioned before, very few things that Blaze struggles with. There's a wild Avatar in the book. not even in the bush, just chilling. Gonna go ahead and activate my trait because I really don't feel like dying, not yet at least. And I gotta be thinking about what ult I want. They're both pretty good here. I need to get out of this situation. I don't know, is this the only way out for me? I can't get wall stunned by Diablo, that's my issue. Put down some powder, some oil, and he won't be able to chase me because of that. I can regroup with the friendly team if I need to. That wall stun barely hit me. We're gonna go ahead and try to just hurt these enemies with some I tried putting my W down and then healing, but I wasn't quite able to. Probably should have just picked bunker, because I feel like we have the damage, right? But they also kind of lack burst. I'm kind of waiting to see what the Rag goes, because if Ragnaros goes Lava Wave, I might go Combustion. But if he goes the other ult, Sulfurious Smash, I'll probably go Bunker to block the Sulfurious damage. Oh, they just line up, don't they? Alright, we're going to go Combustion. I like it better. Although Bunker is super duper good. It kind of reminds me of a Medivh portal, which I like a lot. Really going to need to get these extra 2 globes here to finish out our quest. I'll ping them on my way for the friendly team. And follow up wherever they are, trying to hurt them as much as possible. I missed everybody with my ult. That's unfortunate. Peel off this enemy team with an oil spill in the back to prevent them from getting much done. Wait for this Diablo's flame breath to end and finish him off, and then just look for any peels I might have to do. Doesn't look like we'll have to though, so we can just take this building. And we actually picked the globe minion. He was in an awkward position. I'll take it. Diablo is most definitely... He's like a weird auto attack build. And I think he can die here if he's not careful. Yeah, especially with Polymorph Lady coming in, Brightwing. He should be dead. I got in front of the building there, so he couldn't... Oh, we still go. Oh, what an ability by the Anduin blocking my charge there. They might have all been dead if I had landed that. Put some oil spill down, and that should enable me to land this stun. Nice follow up there by Kira. A almost perfect ult by the Anduin, but not quite able to get it off in time. And with the Abathur clone, I don't really want to fight them under their tower, because that's exactly what happens when you fight them under their tower. I'm just gonna go and pop my trait to get out. All right, that root landed, so I need to peel for these guys. So we'll go ahead and use a combustion, which slows the enemies severely. Hopefully I can land that. That's exactly how I wanted it to go. Need to be standing in my oil spill to heal. If I live, that would be incredible. Really nice healing by my allies. Excellent pick on him. Nothing more for me here. I can just base. I got everything done that I wanted to get done. We got the kills. Hopefully we'll continue to pressure the building. I meant to check. It's no meal, which is really good. And we can regroup with the friendly team in the bot lane. So that's why combustion's good. It's not necessarily picked for the damage, but it's picked rather for the peeling capabilities that it brings. Whenever you press combustion, it tells the whole enemy team, run, just spread away from each other. And oftentimes, that's the type of peels that you need. Put down an oil spill to hopefully slow down these enemies. We do lose Misha, but a small price to pay. She'll be back soon enough. And we'll start taking our camp. We do have a talent tier advantage and a 2-level lead on this enemy team. So we're going to go ahead and do what a tank should do. Tank this damage and get ready for the next fight. Which I would like to take, yeah, I would like to take before they hit their level 13. Now Thrall is going to start hurting me a lot if he picks the correct talents here. In just a few moments. Able to land something on the Anduin. He'll probably have his ult up. I don't think it matters though. With an excellent polymorph, I need to be getting back to the rest of my friendly team though, trying to peel for them now. Due to a nice Abathur ult, he's making my life very difficult. So I think I'm just gonna stay with Kira as she's been messing up red team. And that's a nice pick on the Rag. Put down some oil to peel for my allies once again. I would say if I had one tip to give to the friendly or to anybody watching is use your oil spills accordingly. Oftentimes your oil spills should not be ignited because they need to be used for peeling. Wow, this Kira is popping off. She has 10 kills. Wow, and 0 deaths. Yeah, she's the lady I want to be fighting next to all the time. About to hit a really big power spike next time that we hit an enemy hero with a burning oil spill. Just one more time. That'll give us a lot more self-sustain and wave clear as well. Almost have bot lane completely killed due to a nice camp timing that we had earlier. And I'm going to have to come in here and try to help the friendly team out. I want to land some nice stun locks on this enemy team. And I really want to go to the back line here and just get on the Anduin. You can see I pressed my R, and now the enemy team is pretty split, all things considered. Oh, I wanted to land it on a little bit more than who I did. There's another oil spill slowing these enemies down. We're going to activate our Unstoppable so we don't get hit by the Ragnaros Q that would have stunned us, and that's a beautiful objective taken. I think we can actually come in here and possibly kill him if we see where he's at. There we go. Preferably, I would have been the one to deal the first damage, so I could tank the towers. I might be dead now. Oh, please give me enough mana. Okay, we dodged the abilities. Excellent shielding by my allies. I will totally try to save the Kira with an E if I have to. Alright, this kid dies now for sure, right? Now that the building's dead? Yeah, there's nothing to save him. Except an Anduin. Oh no, the enemy team respawned. Alright, this fight's gonna have to be... it's gonna have to just happen now. So I went ahead and activated my trait. And the reason I did that was not for the unstoppable. The armor was a big benefit as well. But due to my level 4 talent, enemies that are hit by my Pyromania, by my trait, have reduced damage up to 40%. And so I did that to reduce the damage that my allies were taking from Lightning Shield. So you want to be inside the enemy team's face whenever you click it, because I've spec'd all my abilities into Pyromania, making it have a shorter cooldown, heal myself, as well as reduce the damage of enemies, which makes you essentially unkillable if you're stacked against 5 enemy heroes and press Pyromania. Really well done by the friendly team thus far. They're not overextending. They're taking what they want and leaving. The only issue I have right now is the enemy team's level 16 talents are very strong. Mana issues, maybe I should die more. Yeah, this Kira is popping off. She's still at 0 deaths. Yeah, it's 21 and 0. I think I'd be okay to fight, like I said, before the enemy team hits 16. Once they hit 16, I have to really start respecting them, especially if this thrall goes percent damage. Oh, please let me get on. Barely able to. I'm gonna go ahead and ult this as well. A nice ult by the Anduin, but it doesn't matter. They're all gonna die. Yeah, and that should be the end of this video game. Poor Thrall's just sitting there trying to do his best, but it does not matter. So, we were able to really control the fights by either saying we want to be the one following up and engaging, or we want to stop, you're engaged. And we used that by good timing with our E's. We also tried to control what fights we were taking by pings. And we never took a fight really that game that was bad for us. We always took fights that were advantageous, that we had a level advantage or something of that sort. And on cherry on top, we had an excellent DPS, which really helps out. And honestly, our Brightwing did very well as well. She saved us a bunch of times that game. So we'll go ahead and review the talents now, so you can see what I built and how I built it. I know I briefly talked about it during the game, but we can go over it again. So level 1, we pick up new habits. This is picked for the unstoppable. 15 globes really is not that many, and you can get it if you really focus in 2 to 3 minutes easily. And then additionally, we reduce the cooldown of our Pyromania, which is what we're specking into on almost every talent tier. This ability can be used to stop things like Mosh Pit, or get out of Grav Surges, you know, Zarya's ult. There's so many excellent abilities this can be used for. It totally negates Earthquake and Lightning Breath because you just walk away. Very strong talent, and compared to the other ones, I think it's one of the only choices for this tank build. At level 4, we pick up Meltdown. This is the talent I was talking about, where it reduces the enemy team's damage whenever they are damaged by my Pyromania. Level 7, we talked about that. This is a big power spike for Blaze, so you want to be thinking for your first 6 levels what kind of damage the enemy team's dealing. And I felt that game it was more auto attack damage. But who knows? Spell damage or spell power reduction probably would have worked good this game as well. Combustion, they both would have been good this game, but Combustion, as mentioned before, is really good at splitting that enemy team, which into Akira, she loves one-on-one fights, so she loves fighting people who are split. Kill or grill and kill, this increases oil spill's damage, just flat out increases it, and every time it deals damage to an enemy, you get a stack up to 30 stacks. Once you have 30 stacks, your oil spill duration is increased by 2.5 seconds. this is a broken number. It's so big of a number. It allows you to just chain oil spill after oil spill after oil spill and just survive by standing in your oil. Level 16, we pick up heat treatment, and this is where you really become unkillable when you press your D trait. So it heals for 75% of the damage dealt. So let's just break this down quickly. You press D, you get unstoppable and 40 armor, right? Then the enemy team's damage is reduced by 40%. So not only do you have 40 armor, but they're also reduced by 40%, which means an enemy can only deal 20% damage to you at that point in time. And on top of it, you're now healing for 75% of the damage that you deal. You just don't die. It's so strong. Had we made it to 20, I probably would have gone for Flash Fire, because what this does is it allows you to no longer be slowed while activating your combustion, and it also slows nearby enemies, which ensures that you're going to land combustion on enemy heroes whenever you press R. Anyways, that is how to tank with Blaze. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please leave them down in the comment section below, and I'll reply as best I can. Alright, I will see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.
Save that ult, isn't it?
What did think of
Get in,
the
Duffy,
power?
get in! Get in!
Get in the chopper!
World's shortest medevac. It's a Medivh portal. Don't be lied to.